Going on, man? This is Ice Enigma.
Yeah, and this is T Enigma, and this is Enigmas Unchained. What it do, my peoples? This is T Enigma with Enigmas Unchained, and we are back. Actually, we're back in for season 5. We're approaching our year anniversary, which is dope. We appreciate everybody that's been along for the ride. It has been absolutely a fun thing to do for us, to just come together. Like, this is stuff that we used to do, regardless of before we even had a microphone in front of us. We used to just do this anyway. So it was like, well, why don't we just include y'all? But who I got with me, though? Who do I have with me? I have your friend's best friend, the Ice. How you doing, buddy?
Oh, man, I can't complain. What's going on with you?
Not much, man. Glad to be here and glad to be able to talk about this fun topic with you guys today. And I also got the one and only, the ordinary fellow Jay. How you doing, brother?
I'm all right. It's good to be back. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. You're always welcome, brother. Yeah. So today we're gonna talk about One Piece. Oh,
that's right.
One Piece, son. You know what I'm saying? Best anime ever made, man. But I won't say best anime. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say best anime, but one of the best manga anime adaptation stories that we've had. I will give them the collaboration.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just to be fair about the situation, because there are some animes that stand alone that don't even need a manga, that just are lit. So yeah, but anime manga combination, One Piece is reigning at the top right now. And we're going to talk about two dynamic characters that are in the story of One Piece that have that their actions have lots of consequences in the world. That is one, Marshall D. Teach, Blackbeard. No, Mitchell. Ice don't like Teach, man. You know what I'm saying? And the other, and who's the other guy? What's the other guy's name?
That dude.
What's his name? Shirohige. For the people,
the legendary Whitebeard.
Yeah, the legendary Whitebeard, son. So we're gonna talk about how they compare and how they contrast through 3 different mediums. We're gonna talk about their character, their power, and we're gonna talk about their legacy. And we're gonna go through each section. We'll just have a couple questions up, and we're gonna chat, and we're gonna deliberate how we measure this and their effect on the world in the world for One Piece. So, question number 1. This is about Blackbeard, and either one of you can answer whenever you're ready. How does Blackbeard and Whitebeard compare, in a sense, and how do they differ?
Let's see. How do they compare? How do they differ?
Yeah, how do they compare? How do they differ?
Well, one thing that pops up to my mind that pops up real quick. They both like kind of sort of indirectly have an effect on Luffy's path to trying to get to the One Piece.
Okay.
Because like we talked about, I think it was either beginning of this week or last week. Like, you know what I'm saying, when you first meet Teach, you think this cat just some throwaway character, like.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, that's facts.
You think this is just some drunk fool sitting on the beach talking about never forget your dreams. And I was like, wait a minute. Like, that don't even sound right. Like, now, like, when you think about it, when you think back, because everybody that Luffy ran against and was like, hey, I'm gonna be the king of the pirates. They're like, nah, man, you playing.
Yeah.
Get out of here. You just some kid.
Yeah.
And then he beat they behind, and then all of a sudden, then he make them believe him.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they held back on Bellamy. So yeah,
trash show.
Of course. So I'm like, Luffy let him get his licks in. So no, I'm not saying so. Him, Zoro, and Nami on their way out the bar. You got Blackbeard talking about, what I'm saying, like, yeah, hey, don't give up. Like, see his vast. Like, hey, you never give up on your dream. So, and then, you get to impale down, and then he find out that, this cat was the reason his brother ended up like in Marineford. So yeah, it went from don't give up your dreams to I got your brother arrested. So
so Ice is really telling us how he feels right now, because like I hear a lot of hate in his voice when we talk about Blackbeard. Yo, goodness great. So you saying that indirectly, right now Blackbeard has affected the way that Luffy has chased the dream to the One Piece.
Yeah.
All right. So how does that compare to Whitebeard?
Let's see. Now Whitebeard is different because it's a little bit different because Ace was his second commander?
Yeah.
Okay. So they both had so they both ended up with ties to Whitebeard because Luffy show up in Marineford. He's like, hey, look, yeah, I see what y'all doing. That's cool and all, but I'm about to go save my brother, get him out of here. I understand who you are, but I'm gonna be the king of the pirates. So now you got Marco and everybody else like, dude, who is you? Like, you ain't nobody special. But again, he makes them believers. Then got all the way up there. That survived the hit from Sengoku.
Yeah.
I'm saying that him and Ace ready to fight, like, and they getting it in until Sakazuki behind, like, and then he pop up. And he do what he did. So, like, by that time, Whitebeard understands, like, hey, look, we need to keep this cat alive. Like,
yeah, I thought that was interesting too, because like, Whitebeard don't trust people that easily. I thought that was a very endearing trait about, at least I thought it was a very endearing trait about him, is that he's fiercely loyal, but you got to earn his trust. The Teach kind of is the opposite. It's a weird inverse to me, at least. When I look at him, so I won't talk anymore. So Ordinary Fellow, what you got to throw in on that, on differences or both? Yep.
So differences, like Whitebeard is like a hero and a thug and a legend. Like, he died when he felt like dying. Even after he got the fruit ripped out of him. Yeah. Dude walking around with an oxygen mask, he still died when he ready to die. Yeah, that's the kind of thug, the kind of OG that he is. You know what I'm saying? And Blackbeard is
remember that quote older that had thrown on he threw that respect on his name, and there wasn't a scar on his back, and I was like, God dang, just like I was like, I ain't gonna lie, I had a tear in my eye. Like they say he stood there like a statue, and there wasn't a scar on his back. And I was like, that means he ain't never turned away from the fight. I was like, that is some gangster stuff right there. So yeah, just want to throw that in there. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah. So I mean, just like that, I would say that like Blackbeard is not going to die on his own terms. Blackbeard needs to be tossed into a mass grave and forgotten. The dude is a Cocoa Puff coward, bro. Like Kurohige is just like dude is foul, bro. This dude is awful.
Yes.
He is foul. Like, he trying to catch people slipping and stuff like that. But he's like, the dude he's lucky. He's lucky, and he got the and he's clever. But the thing, Kurohige his strength is really not even in the incredible power that he's amassed, because he has amassed incredible powers. He doesn't really have an equal right now in terms of like raw strength. But the thing that makes him dangerous is his entourage.
Yes.
Like each of his lieutenants is at least last time we checked, was stronger than most of the dudes in this dangerous generation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He got 4 of them, right? He got 4 lieutenants.
Yeah, he got 4.
3 or 4. And those dudes did nasty. And I know that they've upgraded since then. I really feel like if Teach wanted to, Teach could take out, like if he had his 4 with him, they could take out Kaido by themselves if he wanted to.
Yeah.
If he felt like he could do it without retaliation from Big Mom, I feel like he could go for it. I feel like he could take on any of the Yonko right now. If he were to take a single Yonko by themselves with his squad, I think that he would have the advantage. It's going to have to be a pincer attack. You're going to have somebody, probably the Revolutionary Army, to hold, to deal with his dudes. But like Kurohige, beating him, and I would say this is one of the definitive differences between him and Shirohige. Shirohige, you had to send everybody against that dude. Shirohige in his prime, had Conqueror's Haki. He had the Quake fruit. Like you couldn't even get close to him. Like he's the dude. The reason why Big Mom wouldn't come off Whole Cake Island. She was just chilling. She didn't want to come out when Shirohige comes out. She ain't trying to feel that.
Yeah, that's true.
Kaido talking a whole bunch of nonsense, but the way that Luffy's smacking him around now is evidence of the fact that he didn't want none of that either. Matter of fact, didn't he get blasted up into the sky?
He did.
By the Quake fruit? He did. You don't want that work. You don't catch a fade.
To interject. So we were both wrong. But you were right in your assessment. Instead of 4, Blackbeard has 10. He has 10 captains. 10 of them. Yeah. Here are the names. Jesus Burgess, Shiryu, Von Auger, Avala Pizarro, Lafitte. Because I remember the carrier.
Oh, yeah. I remember him.
I can't remember. Katarina Devon, San Juan Wolf, and Vasco Shot and Doc Q. Those are the 10 captains of the Blackbeard Pirates. And then they got subordinates. Like Kuzan, which that was the crazy part when we know that he's an ally of the Blackbeards. He was an admiral who got busted by. He got busted, he lost his leg, and what was he lost? It's like he lost parts of his body fighting your boy. You know what I'm saying? But he lost Akoji. I just stumbled on my words tonight. But yeah, he lost, parts of his body. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to take over the spot as admiral. He just dropped and became a pirate, which I thought that's a very interesting twist of fate for Kuzan's character. I was like, wow. So now he's like kicking it with the Blackbeard Pirates. You know what I'm saying? So, but he's not a captain. So, but he's affiliated with him. So you got all these people. Blackbeard is carefree, just like Luffy. Like to me, he's a perfect parallel to Luffy. But also in differences and similarities, he was raised by Whitebeard, so that's scary, like thinking about it from that perspective that you got this guy that was actually raised by the greatest pirate known to man, and then he had the audacity to betray him and kill a family member. That joint, that's the part that get me. I was like, wow. This dude is dangerous. I mean,
the disrespect. Disrespect. Yeah. Like he's just so foul. He's got like I said, his crew is what makes him the most dangerous, because I really believe that one on one, I have a hard time. Like the only advantage that he has over Shanks right now is because he has the Quake crew. Yeah. Like Conqueror's Haki dudes are Logia killers. That's what they do. Like they destabilize Logia users so that they can't do what they do, and you knock them out. It's just as simple as that. Yeah. Conqueror's Haki dudes are Logia killers, and so it's not like the kind of fight that Ace had against Kurohige would not be the same if he went up against Shanks. Conqueror's Haki is stronger. He's more developed with that kind of thing like that. So if all he had was the Yami fruit, if all he had was the darkness fruit, that's not a fight he's going to win. He'd be
well. How about this?
Out of there.
How about this though? The scar on Shank's face is by Blackbeard. That was pre any dark fruit. So then Shanks even knows that this sucker's dangerous. He's like, man, like it's like Shanks is not walking out there looking for a fight with Blackbeard. You know what I'm saying? That this at least that's what makes him interesting to me, is that, like, Shanks had the dash to kind of walk up to Whitebeard and clash swords with Whitebeard. He would not do that with Blackbeard. Yeah. That's a terrifying thought. That Shanks himself don't want no heat. He don't want no smoke from he don't want no smoke from Blackbeard.
And I feel like Shanks, unlike Blackbeard, I feel like Shanks is and I'm not trying to take us off topic. Shanks is kind of his character to me is mismanaged, because I don't really think Oda knew what to do with Shanks. I don't think Shanks was a fully thought out character in the beginning.
Well, that's fair. I mean, but I have a counter for that though. I have a counter, and it's just a thought because especially because Oda's obsession with Norse mythology. Shank's character is actually a playoff of Halder. Like he's the one who had actually had his hand eaten by the wolf Fenrir. So he was a guardian. That was his role. Saying he also watched the wolf. He was also friendly with the giants. So that's why I always find. That's why I tell people One Piece will end after Elbaf Island, after they go to Elbaf. That's why I keep telling people that, because there's no other place to go. Like I truly do believe that that's where Shanks is. Shanks is residing with the giants, the outcasts of the world, and he's good with them. And that's what they're gonna get in there with Shanks, and that's gonna be the last stop before we go to the end, which I think is approaching imminently. That he's like a guardian. Yeah. That's his character wasn't built to be the strongest cat on the block and just go out and bust the suckers. He's a guardian, made plain by his appearance in the Paramount War. Like nobody wanted that smoke.
and here's the thing that just burns me up. Another contrast between Shirohige and Kurohige. We just really got the legend of Shirohige. We got the legend of how great he was, and we got to see him throw around the quake fruit a little bit, and it was epic. Mm-hmm. But he like even with this looking into Odin's past and everything like that, and bringing Shirohige into that, we just get a taste of Shirohige. He's like we just get a taste, and I have a sneaking suspicion. And he went, and then he was gone just as quickly as he came in. He was gone. Yep. And I have a sneaking suspicion that Oda is gonna make this, the final confrontation, the final battle with Kurohige is probably gonna be like early Super Saiyan Goku versus Frieza. It's going to be like 50 episodes next time on Dragon Ball Z. They're still flying toward each other next time. They're just like, Lord. You know exactly what I'm talking about, like the 10 episode Kamehameha. Yeah.
I mean, on a real, One Piece has been doing that for like the past 2 or 3 years, so there won't be anything new. So just be real. Toei don't play that. They're like, no, we gonna get this cheddar. You gonna spread? It's like, how much butter we got left? We got a teaspoon. Well, homie, you better make this spread with 5 pieces of bread. You better make this work. So put that sucker in the microwave for 5 seconds. You're gonna make this work, So what I'm saying? But yeah, like it's real though. I mean, so and I think that what you're saying actually has merit though, because once again it plays into, at least for me, it plays into a very good the next question of character. What makes Blackbeard the definitive villain of One Piece? Because let's be real about the situation. Nobody else ain't a better villain than Blackbeard.
Not even Dofi?
Say again?
Not even Dofi, man?
No.
I don't agree with that. That's nonsense. Doflamingo he was definitively, there was nobody more evil. He even had to look. No. If they ever had their right mind to dub that, Mark Hamill would be doing his voice. The dude's laugh is epic. Like, don't try to play me. They're not the same kind of villain.
Okay. So let's chop it up then. So Doflamingo is a celestial dragon. Born from the families that own the world for the most part, right? Murderous killer from those families. Also a freaking intelligent dude. He's dangerously intelligent, especially like we got the 1-0 and Mitchell cover your ears. But actually, no, it won't really ruin anything. But it kind of does. But I'm not going to tell you who it affects. But the smile, the devil fruit smile that we were introduced to in Dressrosa. Remember that joint, the smile factories and stuff like that. The
Castle too, man.
See, yeah. So the smile factories is Doflamingo's idea. The construction of it, of course, he needed Caesar and the rest of the people like that. But the idea of distributing that and getting that squared away for Kaido and the rest of them, the genius of Doflamingo to do that. My only reason why I say that he's not the definitive villain is because he thought too small. That's really the only reason why. And I say that with evidence from Dressrosa. I say that with evidence from Dressrosa that with Dressrosa, he only thought to conquer one king. All that goddamn power he had. He's trying to subdue Kaido. He's trying to subdue Big Mom. So what he ended up becoming was Kingpin. And just hear me out for a moment, okay? Kingpin is a phenomenal villain, but he ain't the villain. So Kingpin is like more of the checks and balance villain, which is what Doflamingo was. If you move him out of the way, the rest of the world just kind of get out of whack. If you and I think that the latest Spider-Man game on PS4, now PS5 remastered, whatever you want to call it, they talked about that. That's how the game starts: is that you arrest the Kingpin, and the rest of the entire city falls apart because that villain checks and balance was gone. That's what happened with Doflamingo. Doflamingo was a checks and balance guy, but he wasn't a villain. So I mean that's why he's a villain. He ain't the villain. He ain't the one that's like.
And I get.
Yeah, go ahead.
And Ice might feel different, but I think or you might feel the same. There's like using that comparison that you just used. The difference is that okay? So let's make Dofi he's the Kingpin. Kurohige is not the Green Goblin. Like he's not. He's not. He's not. I don't think he's iconic in the way that the Green Goblin was. I mean, he doesn't have enough screen time to do the kind of work that the Green Goblin does for Spider-Man in terms of like being a true arch nemesis, and then also just having the two different incarnations of the Green Goblin, whether we're talking about Norman or whether we're talking about Harry. I don't think Kurohige does that kind of work. Like the most screen time he had was in Impel Down, so it was enough for you between what he did during the Impel Down and killing Shirohige. Like it was enough for you to hate him. But like he just, I don't see another fate for I'm not gonna cheer at his death. He needs to go into a mass grave. We need to pretend we're gonna need to pretend he didn't exist to begin with.
Which once again, I do agree with you. But once again, you're thinking too small. You're talking about Green Goblin. That is a dude in New York City. I'm talking about Thanos.
Basically.
That's what I mean by that. You talking about a villain that Spider-Man has to encounter that like matches him on his level and always matches him on his level. Thanos got similarities with a lot of the people. Well, at least the comic book version doesn't, but the movie, we're talking about movie version. The movie version has multiple similarities with multiple people. And that's the dude I'm talking about. The dude that is like the penultimate person that's supposed to face everybody down is Blackbeard. You know what I'm saying?
So I guess from that perspective, that makes sense.
And that's what I mean. But he's not an arch villain. He's the villain.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's the villain.
So that makes sense because he's everybody's enemy. In that sense. And that's what Thanos. Thanos is everybody's
enemy. Yeah. So, but on that though, because you just made me think. I didn't think about this though. So who would be Luffy's arch villain? Who?
Doflamingo was probably the closest thing to it. Like, what do you think, Ice? What's your perspective?
I say it's Sakazuki because
you gotta explain that. Yeah, talk to me.
Because man, he killed. Well, Ace.
Gotcha. Okay. Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Right now, yeah,
that's
I think
point. That's a good point.
Right now, I think what they're doing, they're prepping Whitebeard. I mean, not Whitebeard. They're prepping Blackbeard to be the villain.
Yeah, the villain. Yeah.
But no, I'm saying like keep in mind, yeah, Blackbeard was the one that got him sent to prison.
Yeah.
Sakazuki was the one that actually put his fist through his chest.
These are good points. Yeah, like that. That's a freaking good point. So I mean, like, and with that perspective, that actually makes a lot of sense because Luffy was terrified, thinking about Akainu. You know, so that is a very good point. I didn't think about that. Yeah, and on top, he's probably one of the best constructed characters in One Piece, at least to me. Akainu is, you know, when it comes to that, because he like has such great conviction that it scares you. Because, okay, Ordinary Fellow, you say some stuff about Obi-Wan Kenobi, you know, when we talk about Star Wars. And but it's true though. What you said actually makes sense to Akainu, because Akainu to me is like a counter. It's the same person in a completely different reality where he believes more than everybody else believes in his religion for the most part. His religion being the Marines and the Marine Ford and being absolute justice. You know what I'm saying? And that to me is how Obi-Wan Kenobi was introduced to us in Star Wars. You know, where he just believed absolutely in the Jedi way and stuff like that. And he was more of a believer than Yoda, more of a believer than Qui-Gon Jinn, more of a believer than Luke Skywalker, more of a believer than Anakin Skywalker. He was just a believer. And that's what makes Akainu dangerous. Akainu is dangerous because that dude, he refuses to believe that justice can't be absolute. That is a dangerous dude. It's a freaking dangerous dude. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like, but you're right. That actually makes sense because Luffy's carefree and he's looking at the world through a lens of like trying to make sure that his friends can be free. And Akainu doesn't believe in freedom. He believes in justice. That is a good move, man. I ain't think about it like that. That's good. So that's okay.
Man, no, ain't no problem.
Yeah, because I hadn't processed that. I was like, until you said that, I was like, dang, that's a good doggone point. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Well, yeah, but like what it is, and then there's another thing about Blackbeard. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to say this part too. Like with Whitebeard, you got honor. You know what I'm saying? Like, you earn his trust, you build. You know what I'm saying? Like, you build trust with him. Yeah, you got him. Yeah, Blackbeard. You know what I'm saying? Like, I believe, you know, if you would have switched the two out, like, he'd have fit right in with the Rocks Pirates.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fair statement. Yeah.
Like, he would have been at home.
Yeah, that's true.
But you know what I'm saying? But like, and I think that's a part of what caused Whitebeard's mistrust in people until you actually gain his trust. But you know what I'm saying? But back to Blackbeard, technically, he wasn't the one that, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you really want to pick that apart, he wasn't the one that actually killed Whitebeard. He had to give the word, and the cats that he had pulled from Impel Down at that point, and that was about what, 4 or 5 of them. Yeah,
it was a good bit of them suckers with gas, man. Like, they weren't playing games.
Like, that was the only way. Yeah. That was the only way they was able to get them. Now, now, granted, now, hopefully, sooner or later they'll finally explain what the heck he did to get
both of them.
To get the fruit out of his system.
So let's chat about that real quick. So I got a theory, okay, and y'all guys tell me what you think. I think that the darkness fruit leaves room for him to take other people's fruits. Talk to me. Just because
my theory is similar. I think that he has suppression of space. He has suppression of space and suppression of force.
Yeah.
And so like Ace broke his neck when they were out there fighting. And there's two Logias fighting, and then he was able to suppress the damage enough to beat Ace down. You know what I'm saying? Like he was able to suppress the damage. So he doesn't just suppress physical damage. He suppresses energy, because that's other Logia energy that was hitting him. And he's also able to suppress light. He can suppress light. He can suppress physical space. He can suppress physical objects. He had like a whole village inside of him that he released. That dude he's dangerous in that sense. And so Yeah, I think he is. I think, like you said, I think that he is basically suppressing whatever would kill you if you tried to take two fruits at once. He's suppressing whatever that damage is in order to have it available in him.
Yeah, I'm saying like, and that's so. Ice, what you think, man?
That makes a lot of sense, because no, I mean, he pretty much brought up all the good points, because with the darkness fruit, but see, and I had to think about this one. As long as he touch whoever it is that he's dealing with, then he can cancel out whatever power they got.
Yeah.
So would you say that because he was like, somehow he was able to get the Quake fruit inside of him, thereby, technically by touching it, he's able to suppress the like the legend of having two devil fruits?
I mean, I also think that the one thing, because we haven't been able to investigate why the darkness fruit is one of the most powerful fruits, outside of what Ordinary Fellow was just saying. But this is my working theory on it. I think it suppresses death. So because that dude's been put in situations, I'm like, this sucker should be dead. He took a quake. I mean, the strongest quake attack ever known to the face. And
him or Kainu.
Well, Kainu too, but once again, it's a Kainu. That sucker is also trained. You know what I'm saying? Kainu. So that's why I want to see the scrap between him and Luffy. I want to see the rematch of the century. I want to see that because a Kainu at this power, the one who beat Kuzan, that dude, I need to see that dude fight Luffy. Because Luffy bears a scar because he fought a Kainu. Think about that now. Shanks has scars from Blackbeard. Okay.
Yeah.
Luffy has only scar is from a Kainu. The only scar he's got is from a Kainu that could not be healed. That right there by itself is crazy. I was like, it couldn't be healed. And it was like, normally, in this, he drinks milk, grows back teeth. He eats meat, automatic. It's like, he drinks milk, calcium, automatically, boom, he grows his teeth back. He eats meat, regenerates, right?
Right.
But for some reason, this burn that a Kainu gave him was so devastating that it could not be healed. That's a dangerous sucker. Okay.
Yeah.
I would add some nuance to that. It's just like with that Conqueror's Hockey Bearers and Logias are natural enemies. And so I think that's the reason why. I think it's because Conqueror's Hockey users they're Logia killers. That's exactly what they do. That's what they specialize in. That's what their powers are geared towards. So I feel like they're the closest thing to canceling each other out that's possible.
Yeah.
And I would say that's the thing, if we're trying to figure out like Kurohige's abilities.
Yeah.
If you notice, what Logia fruits do is that in exchange for giving the person the ability to become an element of the earth,
yes,
they lose their physical form. They essentially become whatever that is, but then they become the power itself, whatever the element is.
Mm-hmm.
Kurohige is not like that. He didn't. He behaves like he's not like your standard Logia that loses its physical form in order to become the power. He still retains his physical body most of the time. He can be struck. He can be touched. That kind of thing. So for whatever reason, his fruit is classified as a Logia.
It's a Logia. Yeah.
For whatever reason, for whatever reason, the power exchange of becoming an element didn't happen with him. For whatever reason, there's something else that's going on.
Do you think that that's by choice? Because he knows? Because think about this now. Think about it. He done fought Shanks. Okay, the Savage. He done fought Shanks before. He's fought and actually overcome Ace, right? Who was a Logia type. Then we get to the Paramount War, and he is there. Because normally he only activates his hand. You ever notice that? He only activates his hand. He doesn't activate anything else when it comes to the darkness fruit. He just activates his hands to get what needs to be needs to get what's done, and then he suppresses it. Do you think that he knows That he's like, if I go full on, I may be more vulnerable. You know, like, do you think that's what's going on? Or you think that like he's just like he just doesn't know, like the extent of the power of the yum yum fruit, or what he's like, or he actually is like, no, I know what I can do, but I ain't doing it now.
That's a good question. Either way, it's an effective strategy because it doesn't like the quake fruit. Basically, between that and his team, it makes him inaccessible to people because you can't even get close to him with the quake fruit. Even if he never is able to use it as effectively as Shirohige was able to use it, you can't even. He can turn the world upside down. Yes, like you can't even get close to him with that kind of thing like that. So you need to have a Conqueror's Haki user that can basically disable that. Yeah. You need somebody like I feel like you need to have a Conqueror's Haki user who can destabilize the darkness fruit first. That way he can't control the quake fruit at with the kind of precision that he wants. Okay. And then you need somebody who can then get in close and really damage him at that point. Okay. And so I don't think Luffy can beat him alone. I would be surprised if Luffy could beat him alone. I feel like Oda was just ready to end it if he let Luffy beat him alone. Because Luffy needs a major power up to get there, and I don't think his training with Kaido was enough of a power up to do that.
I think it's the right step though. So Ice, what you got to say, man? Talk to me.
Oh man, well yeah. No, I feel like this though. Like if let's look at the fight between him and Ace. Yeah. And you know what I'm saying, when he was explaining everything that was going on with Yami Yami no Mi. Mm-hmm. Pretty much his it deals mostly with gravity. So if he he's able to, so he knows he knows a lot more than what he's letting everybody know on. Okay. That's what I think. Okay. Because he can use he can use that gravitational pull to go ahead and get you in. He knows that like if you use a long range attack on him, he gonna get hit. He gonna feel that. But as long as he can get you close enough to him to where once he start wailing on you, that there's nothing you can do about it. Yeah. Then he's fine with that. But he hasn't given, we haven't seen full scale what it is that he's completely capable of.
And dudes like that, man, like whenever you watch an anime or read a story or something like that, dudes like that are freaking dangerous. You know what I'm saying? Like you look at like you look at animes, like I think the newest one, it's what's the name of the joint? Well, it's actually just called in Japanese, it literally is called like sorcery fights. Jujutsu Kaisen, like that's actually what it means. Like, that's actually the name of it. It's literally just sorcery fights. I bust out laughing. I was like, that's it. That's the name. Yeah. Like a homeboy was sitting there, what should I name this? Sorcery fights. And I was like, but yeah, the main, I forget the guy in there, just like one of the main bad guys. He doesn't seem like he really knows what he's doing, and he's getting his behind whipped. But just something ain't right. You know what I'm saying? You just like, this ain't it. This ain't it. This ain't the extent of your power. Like that type of situation. Like it just feels weird when you watch. Like I think that's one of the reasons why I asked the question, like what makes him the villain, is because everything changes whenever Blackbeard shows up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. The world literally changes when Blackbeard shows up. Remember, like when Blackbeard showed up, they went to Skypiea. It was like right after that they went to Skypiea. Then all of a sudden, right after that, Blackbeard shows up again, and it's a Paramount War. So I'm like, what the world's going to happen? I'm like, what the world is going to happen the next time? Because like he makes world events, not like local events. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I said like he doesn't do local events. He's like, local, sucker, please. Like, I'm changing the planet. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm like that. That's what I was like. That dude is that dangerous. To where in his what really gets me, and I need you guys to give me some feedback on this. He's so dangerous that the world don't know he's dangerous. You get what I'm saying?
You're right. Well, see, then that's the thing. they focus more on they focus so much on Luffy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Morgan's especially, because
Morgan.
Morgan's know that, you know what I'm saying, he'll get some news, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, he
Big
get money.
News. Send them birds out, drop the newspapers on you. You know what I'm saying? He can get a story off of Luffy. So, you know, he's so focused on the Straw Hats.
Mm.
And you know what I'm saying, like, you know, little bits and pieces here and there.
Yeah.
You don't know what Blackbeard or his crew is doing until it's done. Or unless they like get a microphone or something, you know what I'm saying, get one of the Den Mushis.
Yeah.
Like, all right, look, hey, this is what I did, this is what I'm doing. And you know, at this point, there's nothing that you can do about it.
Yeah. That's
like, it's already done.
That's facts. I mean, so now let me flip the question. What makes Whitebeard such an engaging character? We offer Blackbeard now. So what is it about Whitebeard that makes him so dynamic in One Piece? Anybody?
Well, to me, it's just like the incredible power. It's the incredible power and the fact that and the conviction that goes with it. Like I said, like, even though those dudes stabbed him and stuff like that, Whitebeard really died when he felt like dying. Let's just keep it a buck. like let's just keep it a buck. He did he didn't die when they stabbed him. He died when he felt like dying. He died when he felt like passing the torch. That's what happened. There wasn't no killing him. The dude was a living legend. Like you just go ahead and play some victory lap, you know, in the background when he's around. You can make a music video out of that. Like the dude was
I'd watch it.
This here's the big lap, and I'm leaving. This how you get me back.
Like he ain't like you know, like Nipsey said, he ain't like these little, you know, these rap dudes. He ain't no sucker. The dude is an OG. He's attractive in that way. Like,
see, you're gonna mess me up now. You know what I'm saying? Just like, yo, ice. On the real, man. You can hear it playing. You know, homeboy going over the end, and his hair just show Whitebeard's back with a
oh man.
Like see ordinary. You mess me up because now
look, man. Look, Whitebeard, prolific, so gifted, the one that's gonna go get it. Like,
oh my goodness, yo.
That's why. That's why.
Yeah, that is exactly why. Goodness gracious, you messed me up because I'm like that song. Can I get an encore? Like it's like yeah, you know. I'm thinking about encore, Victory, all them suckers, man. God dang,
look,
Victory.
He gave them an encore.
Yeah, he did.
Whether they asked for it or not.
I mean, like, on a real, homeboy smacked the earth so hard that the sea split into like 40 pieces. How hood? You know what I'm saying? I was like, this is a level of hood I've never seen in any. So, you know, like, no, because like, this is a segue on the side, but it relates to Whitebeard and why I think he's one of the dopest characters in anime. You know, you get a lot of animes and they get these exaggerated powers. You know, like it gets to the point now it's just stupid. You know, like there's like and it's funny too because the creator of Boku no Hero is picking at people with powers because he's like, oh, anybody can have a power, even if it's stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, and he's showing how stupid a lot of the powers are because they don't really do anything. And especially like he's about to come big. He's coming close to his 2-year time skip. Oh my goodness. When we come back, ain't gonna be many heroes left. Ain't gonna be many sons left because they didn't realize that their powers ain't worth nothing. You know, but like, you know, normally when you watch most animes, everybody got a power or something like that, and it's like all these is sad and it's over exaggerated, but it's not really developed to where you can like feel it. You know what I'm saying? You have to go Dragon Ball Z, but then they got literally earth breaking power. And that gets old quick because it's like, how in the world y'all fighting on a planet and nothing ain't exploded yet? When like apparently you could be Super Saiyan and blow up the planet. I mean, you could be a Saiyan at Kaioken and blow up the planet, but for some reason you're Super Saiyan Blue and you can't do that no more. I'm not gonna get into that. Because there's a lot of issues I got with Toriyama and this new stuff, but even the old stuff. But we ain't gonna get in there right now. So you know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know, like the situational awareness of Whitebeard, knowing his power, even while he was like Ordinary Fellow was saying, he's on a freaking respirator on drip. And the sucker knew how much he could get done. One of his folks stabbed him. You know what I'm saying? You know how
man.
Look, man, that joint messed me up because one of his own crewmates stabbed him and he didn't kill him. He was mad at the person who turned his look.
He got something.
He was prolific, so gifted. The one that's gonna go get it.
Yeah, I mean,
look, Nipsey was right.
Facts. You know what I'm saying? I'm so.
And here's a big contrast right there. Here's a big contrast. Like they had to wait until this dude was old and already on his way out to stop him. That's not going to be Blackbeard's fate. They're going to get Blackbeard in his prime, and that automatically does not make that. It's the truth, and that's going to automatically not make him Whitebeard's equal. Like he was on his last leg. He was already dying when the Impel Down John happened.
Yeah,
he was he was already dying. So if he's able to turn the planet upside down when he's dying. Look, he was already like after Goldie Roger got died again. He used his own execution as a way to die on his own terms, right? There was no human being more powerful than Shirohige, and it's not even close.
Facts.
It's not even close.
Facts.
It's not even close.
Facts. Yeah, like it's like if All Might died in Boku no. You know what I'm saying? Like which probably is going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's like All Might dies. It's like look at that, you know. So because there's one of my dudes said there's All Might, and then there's helpless people. You know?
Oh man.
I mean, but am I lying? Am I lying though? I'm not lying. I'm not lying. There's All Might and then there's helpless people. Look at Paul and Endeavor. Endeavor having a problem with one no move. One. He got his face clawed up. The dude don't even look like the same dude no more. You know what I'm saying? And he got busted, right? And I'm like,
Nomu ran a fade on him. Nomu ran a fade on him. He still needed help from birds. He didn't take it down by himself. Nomu ran a fade on him.
Say it for the people in the back. No. Granted, it was a dope moment to watch him do the prominence burn. That was a fire moment in anime history. I'm not going to take that away from him. That was great, but he's helpless. he's helpless in the face of what Tomaru has become. He's helpless. There is nobody that is going to be able to fight Tomaru other than Deku, because Deku is the inheritor of the power. It's All Might power and everybody else. All Might people, and then there's helpless people. That's pretty much all it is. It's like that's the only way you can really describe the situation. And I think that with Whitebeard's power, it's kind of a similar scale. You had Goldie, and you also had the Rocks Pirates. You know what I'm saying? In their prime, I mean, their generation was the greatest generation. You know what I'm saying? Like when it came to power, because the fact that the Rocks Pirate had like Kaido and Big Mom, come on now. Right. That right there is scary. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but you got that situation where that's like a normal thing. Like just let that sink in. You got a Whitebeard power, it's a normal thing. Goldie Rogers is a normal thing. The Rocks power is a normal thing. You know what I'm saying? So, and out of all of that, still you had Goldie Rogers and you had Whitebeard, and Whitebeard was a standard bearer after Goldie Rogers passed. So it was Whitebeard and a bunch of helpless people. And you're right when you talk about power. This just makes sense to me. I was like, that dude was freaking. I mean, especially like we're going into 1-0, like right now, and they're dealing with him versus Odin. You know what I'm saying? And that was in a manga too, but it's just so much more fun to watch it. Like when it comes to like these particular parts, and Odin was helpless in the face of Whitebeard. And this dude is not no slouch. Goodness gracious, Odin is not a slouch. That dude is dangerous. And he got waxed one time. He got ice. He got hit one time. One time. And that dude was like, let me join your ship. He was like, let me join your ship. I was like, he got hit one time and all his subordinates was like, oh my goodness. You know, I was like, they was like, this dude is dangerous, you know, but you're right. I mean, like he leaves an immeasurable gap. And that's crazy. Cause it's the worst case scenario. You know, like we all watched Juice when we were younger, you know, so with Tupac, you know, Omar Epps and the rest of them, right? So it's a juice imperative, I like to call it, you know, like where there's a gun. There's a gun that makes a person powerful. And it goes to the weak dude, which is Blackbeard. Mm-hmm. You know, which is Tupac in this movie. You know what I'm saying? It goes to the weak dude. And a weak dude don't got no fortitude to have as much power.
And don't got no morals either.
Ain't got no morals.
Morally bankrupt.
Morally bankrupt and does not deserve this power. But no one man should have all that power. You know what I'm saying? And that's why
Nipsey Hussle's victory lap is Whitebeard's theme song. I'm prolific, so gifted. I'm the type to go get it. No kidding. Breaking down a swisher in front of your building, sitting on the steps with no feelings. Last night it was a cold killer. Gotta keep the devil in his hole. You know how it goes.
All right, I got no retort for that. That's facts. I mean, it's like it makes perfect because like on it. What you say? What you say?
Made me want to go listen to Victory Lap more.
Flip it on, turn it on. We can't play it because we won't get no copyright strike. But hey, it's like hey, it was, yo. I mean, but it makes sense though when you really process the power, the presence of Whitebeard. And what his presence did to the entire world. You know, it kept the world safe. That is crazy.
Oh, yeah. It was, with Whitebeard, it was his aura. Like you said, it was his presence. And it was, you know, what he stood for.
Okay.
Because, you know, the whole, like I was saying, like, in, like, that whole time during the Paramount War.
Yeah.
They kept going back to him, you know, posted up on the side of the ship.
Yes.
That whole time, what did he say he wanted? Because everybody else talking about they want treasure, they want this, they want that. What did he say he wanted?
Family.
And that was it.
That was it.
Like so now, you know what I'm saying? Now he the captain of his own ship. He got what, 16 commanders?
Yeah. That dude was. I mean, he had a freaking stat crew.
And that's including
stat crew. Yeah.
That's including Odin.
Yeah.
Like, as far as we know so far, the only man to be aboard Whitebeard and ride the ships.
Yep.
But yeah, like this, like, no, I'm saying, like this dude, and like you say, like, man, Odin didn't just, like, no, I'm saying, like, yeah, he busted him. He dusted that dude up.
Oh, he dusted that dude, bro.
But he didn't just let him get on the ship.
No, it wasn't none of that. Yeah. He had to earn that. He had to earn that.
Right. So, you know, and like we said earlier, like when I was saying about earning his trust, that was that, like that. To me, that all winds back up into his aura because, like, people respect him so much. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like every subordinate of his called him Pops.
Yes. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And he like, and you know what I'm saying? And you know, the respect was so high, it was almost to a detriment because of how Akainu was able to twist that and use that against Ace.
Look, man, Akainu.
Yeah, we'll save him for another day.
Yeah, we gonna need a whole episode on Kainu because Kainu he that type of disrespectful. He invoke your mama name and make you want to fight him. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Like he that dude. He that disrespectful. He'll be like he'll be the dude throwing something on your grandma's grave. That's that dude. That's a Kainu, man.
Oh no, man. We see
because like even Blackbeard won't do that. You know what I'm saying? Blackbeard's like, man, I'll just bust you, you know? Yeah, I mean, like,
I just want your power.
Yeah, I just want your power, and I'm gonna get out of the area. You know, like say he's a planet, he's a meteor. Okay, like talk about the Marshall D. Teach. He's a meteor. You know what I'm saying? Akainu is the bully cop. He's a bully cop. You know what I'm saying? That just won't leave your hood alone. That's what he is. So yeah, but
my officer of the law. Do as I say.
Pretty much. You know what I'm saying? Like he's like the GTA cops that say, I'm gonna make you a you know what I'm saying? That is Akainu, sucker. You know what I'm saying? But
nobody likes him. He's unlikable. Unlikable.
You know, so but on the real though, go ahead.
I was I have a bonus question around Shirohige then.
Okay, hey.
And so who do you think should inherit the Quake fruit after all this nonsense is done?
Oh my goodness, dang, bro. You jumping into power, man. Hold up. We'll hold on to that. We'll ask that at the end of power.